Let me see. How did this work again?
Good. You answered. Getting hard to keep finding ways to say open door around here. And despite what Robbie says, I don't think the staff of one speaks High Elven. Blood magic stuff. Cool room. Spacious. Aw, is that bed for Charlie?
Yes.
So, if you're planning on giving me some sort of brooding code of the stoic warrior speech, I'm immune. Just ask later, Magic. From what I just saw out there, whatever crazy ancient living weapons stuff Caretaker put you through back in the day did a real number on you. We got a lot of work to do.
Work?
Yeah, talking to people, making friends, basic human stuff. Or quasi-human. You're a Midnight Sun now. One of us.
Nico, I was just Hydra bombed. I could use some rest.
You and me both. Been bad dreams every night for me lately. I, keep seeing Wanda. She... Never mind.
I will meet you outside.
Yes! I'll go nuke us some popcorn and you pick out a movie. Oh, and it may just be the two of us. The others went outside, needed to cool off. Really need to hang a fan over that forge. Or maybe crack open the casket of ancient wonders a little?
So Dr. Faustus tried to drop a warehouse on you? Ugh, that guy is so lame. Talk about a prototypical follower. Something tells me you don't have a favorite movie. Well, we can start you out with one of my... I know this entire situation's gotta suck for you. Not just the whole... I get why facing Lilith won't be easy. I was 15 when I...
Sorry to hear you.
It was bad, but I learned to deal with it. Look, I'm glad my mother is gone, but yeah, makes me hate.
I did not read.
I just learned to bury it. I'm kidding. Enough about our crappy parents. You missed out on decades of good movies. It's my solid. So, the first thing you need to know. So?
I understand.
How?
I'm not so sure I was dead. I dreamed of everything. Much of this.
That's...
No, I think of it like
You're up to date, but not omniscient.
just what
You're always free to...
I had some.
Sure. But first, the basics. The Staff of One interprets word...
Can you tell me how?
It's, blood magic, so my own blood is...
What about the?
They come true. Kind of. And not always the way I expect. It's like making a wish, but you...
If each magical effect is unique.
Not really. I only use the staff's power when... Like...
I had.
The...
Were you all heroes?
No, we were normal kids. We saw each other once a year. First, our parents were supervillains who sacrificed children to evil gods. Second, each of us...
What?
We ran, but eventually we realized only the 6 of us could stop our parents and their dark gods, so... You know,
Who?
At first, Chase with his mad science gear. Gert had a telepathic link to Old Lace, a genetically engineered Deinonychus from the 80s. And
Where?
Molly attends Xavier's School for Gifted Youngsters. Carolina left Earth to marry. After Gert passed, Chase and I had a falling out. As for Alex, good timing.
I'm glad to see you're using your free time. Looks like you're finding your way around. Maybe making some new friends.
I was planning.
Things are moving at a frantic pace. For all we know, I'll be landing a jet on the roof with Miss...
To stand still?
You got that one from Agatha. I am sorry. I should have had...
What? That is impossible.
fear, or maybe...
The loss could not...
Thank you for that, but it's not just my loss. Agatha died in an accident caused by her protege, Wanda Maximoff, the Scarlet Witch. Wanda's abilities were growing. Too quickly for my liking. Agatha was determined...
Agatha...
Yes, incinerated in an instant. Not even ash to remember her by. So I did what needed to be done. I know the others still harbor a great deal of...
Was Wanda so different from me as a child?
I didn't have a choice. Wanda's powers were beyond even her own control. I thought she would be safe with Strange. Wanda. I conjured a small shrine to Agatha's You should pay your Good night.
Agatha?
You always did have the most... Just like your mother. Maybe that's...
The first?
To commune with us.
Is this a trick of some kind?
No, it's no trick, dear. You're just the first to see me. By now, I actually find it quite
You...
Always...
You seem strangely...
After 1,000 years of living.
And what have you been...
Meet me by the cave, just...
The Bloodgate? Caretaker always told me to...
I think we can safely lift the veil on a few more of our secrets. Ominous-looking portal is known as a Bloodgate, and you're the only one among us who can pass through it.
Bloodgate? Caretaker's handiwork?
Yes, Sarah got a little overprotective after the accident with Wanda. It's become something of a habit for her.
I have noticed that.
What lies beyond is meant for you, as much as it ever was for her. Assuming you're up to the challenge, that is.
You know I am.
I do. But it's always polite to ask.
Ominous indeed.
Not what you were expecting, is it? There was a time when the blood stood within these celestial halls to prove their worth. This particular arena belongs to a goddess who often favored Sarah, Ashtur.
Sarah? Caretaker was here?
Nothing ever comes easy, dear. The Elder Gods felt their descendants needed to earn their blessings, which is why they created these trials to begin with.
Trials? I should have known.
This entire realm exists for that purpose. Trial by combat, with no chance of outside interference.
And this is my challenge.
Yes, but I may have found a loophole they never considered. Why don't you try summoning your four-legged friend?
Charlie?
The old gods are responsible for a great many creations, including your faithful companion. I think even they tend to forget that. Good luck, dear. As the goddess of balance and order, Ashtur was sometimes called the giver of justice. You can expect a fair fight, or at least her idea of one.
I am impressed. Some for the rest of us. They cannot possibly match your strength. Now that was something. You were too weak for this fight. Your mother abandons you. I saw a move like that once, centuries ago. Feel my call. Once again, Lilith's servants fall.
Good girl, Charlie. Oh, and you too, Hunter. You finished this trial, but don't worry. The other gods are waiting. to be wary of this place. But it's your birthright, and I think after the two of you, as well as your lineage follows and if you call upon them, they won't work miracles for you, but they're blessed. Why don't you ask the goddess?
Oshter smiles upon me.
After all this time, it's still just as beautiful as the first time I laid eyes on it. It's hard to believe Lilith and Caretaker brought this place all the way from Transia. Of course, it was no coincidence that they wound up so close to Salem. This area is particularly attuned to the forces of magic. That's why the Elder God's influence was so prevalent here. And why our sanctuary here has remained all but impregnable over the centuries. And now I'm rambling on. Why don't you come Oh, and let's keep... Good night.
What you doing, Charlie?
Is this thing on? Hunter, please come to the forge at your earliest convenience. Again, that's Hunter to the forge. Thank you. Strange out.
Hunter.
We still have so many more movies to shoot.
You feeling all right?
It is one of the elemental rods. Noble Oshtur guides my hand. That is something. I was always drawn to this place as a child, but somehow I had almost forgotten about it. Caretaker hardly spoke of him, but I like to imagine my father was a great hero whose spirit protected these woods. Fascinating,
This rubble looks loose.
Intriguing. This is witch sign. Was I ever really this innocent? Maybe before I started my training. She believes in our purpose. I never got the chance to truly know my mother, only the monster she became. The Standing Stones. There is powerful magic at work here. Perhaps a witch from the Salem Coven made this. The Great Seer, known as Endra Moore, is buried here. Much like Nico, her powers came dangerously close to crossing the line. But she was among the most loyal of the Midnight Suns. I need to find the next moon seal.
I should have known you'd wind up here eventually. You were somehow always...
If only I had known him. And still...
It wasn't you I was hiding it from. Lilith's relationship with your father went against our ways. It was the Elder Gods themselves who first breathed life into us. Human notions like falling in love couldn't...
And then you...
If only I'd realized it sooner. I might have been a little...
What?
A great sickness came upon this area just...
With all your power, the two of you...
Lilith was a gifted healer, but this was no ordinary... In the end...
What did Lilith...
She did what anyone would have done. She grieved.
Is that when...
It wasn't long after that. Things started to...
The plague that turned her...
No, this was something else. But cut from... The sister I had fought along...
I have never heard you talk...
It's hard to walk the grounds here without churn. Maybe now you understand why I don't vent.
You were not affected by...
We were all affected. I'm sure there was a time when your mother and I both would have just as soon joined the dead.
I cannot imagine you...
Lilith may have been the most skilled herbalist in the New World. I saw her perform near miracle. She was consumed by the idea.
But she never...
No, despite her efforts.
I can see how that would be a dark time.
With darker times still.
Thank you, Sarah. Your time...
Anything for you?
If only it were always this easy to bring a family together.
Always on the hunt, right?
Tell me...
Believe it or not, you could thank your father for those...
I only have the...
He was honest. A working... I'm older.
But he
loved her, and she was smitten with him.
Until...
You were an unexpected gift. I know that feeling.
Blessings of the goddess. She believes in our purpose. The goddess of order approves. This looks like a fairy ring. Just what I was looking for.
Hey.
Hunter, just in time. His royal weirdness and I were deciding what to do with that nasty little Hydra gift box you found.
Ah, yes. The spooky crate.
The very one. Though it is far from any mere container, I assure you. I am detecting powerful emanations from inside. If this is a sign of what Hydra is after, I fear we are all in grave danger.
My offer still stands. I could fly the thing up and nuke it in orbit. Only way to be sure.
Or we could open it, Tony, and perhaps use the mystical energies I sense inside to our advantage.
Yeah, I heard a "we" in there. Green goopy gamma serums are one thing. I'm not opening boxes full of mummy curses.
You don't have to. Hunter, if you'll allow me.
Your second funeral, boss.
We desperately need... If Hydra is now working to acquire mystical antiquities...
And you think you can do...
Tony has one of the greatest scientific minds. I have no doubt that...
I hope the two of you create something powerful.
As I said, I'm his
But Tony's
Right now, with the Sanctum out of my reach, I'm fighting with one hand tied behind... If I can find items to research,
I look forward.
Me too, Hunter. Step up to the anvil, Hunter. It doesn't bite. Found another artifact, Hunter? By the hoary hosts of Hoggoth, I can hardly believe it.
What? Is it worse than you expected?
No, it's totally unexpected. It's the Eternity Dagger. This was in a place of honor in my bedchamber in the Sanctum for years. The Sanctum Sanctorum is no common domicile to be burglared. These barbarians have no idea what they possessed.
Or perhaps they did. Maybe these artifacts are exactly what Faustus and my mother were after to begin with.
A distressing thought. If they had my dagger, then who knows what others of my priceless possessions have passed through their greedy fingers. The Cube of Nothingness. The Tear of Profia, and most worrisome of all...
Your toothbrush? You, had a little coffee thing going on this morning with your breath?
Oh, Tony...
Sorry. Doc's right, Hunter. I drank 3 glasses of holy water just to walk through the Sanctum's front door. Place is like a doomsday vault for all sorts of supernatural nastiness. We need to put a lid on this mess. Pronto.
I believe Carol is already working on it.
At last. Now that this artifact has been returned to its proper owner, we shall see if we can make use of the mystic forces contained within. Fascinating.
What have you got for me, boss? Take your pick, Hunter.
Hey, Hunter. Got a sec to spare?
You moving into the forge? You've been here more in the past few days than I have since... The forge is pretty badass. But the...
You are bonded.
Damn,
You are not the first spirit of vengeance.
Oh man, sometimes when I have crap to work through... That's what I call my spirit of vengeance. His real name is something you'd see written on a symbol, but... Also, he's not a...
It would be my honor.
Wow. Okay. He's the guy with the flaming...